pictures. Mickey? I was taking pictures like 50 some odd years ago. My brother Robert introduced me to a guy named Corey. For me, that's true, Ty, but we don't want to go into that story. So for me, it was love at first sight.
Like to hear about that.
Not now. It's not pretty.
We do it at Passover.
So it was love at first sight, except I was the one that fell in love. He didn't even know I was there. Because at the time, he was with another woman. Whoa!
Well, we didn't know this story.
She was very cute.
And we thought this was going to be
She was a New
boring.
Jersey girl. And I was
And now you're a Jersey girl.
First hit against her.
I had no idea he met me. So a few weeks later, I guess after he broke up with that girl, we were introduced again. And this time he actually noticed me. So a couple of days later, the phone rang, and it was a Thursday afternoon, and he called me up to ask me out for the next night. Now, for those of you who know my mother Sylvia, she had rules about dating. Rule number one: if a guy calls you on a Thursday night for Friday, say no, I'm busy. Because he will have no respect for you if you say yes. So, of course, I thought about Sylvia's rule. You're right. Okay. I said, I'm very sorry. I'm busy tomorrow night. I was not busy. Trust me, I was dying, but all right, roll the dice. Rule number two: if a guy can't call you early in the week to set it up for the rest of the week, later in the week, whatever you do, say no. So the next week came, he called me again. It was a Wednesday night for Friday night.
Good enough.
Not really. It should have been Tuesday. When he asked me and I'm thinking about it, I'm like, yes. I'll say yes. Maybe. Maybe. No, it's a yes.
Where are we going first?
So we went out, and you know, the history is, I came back with, Mickey will say, with stars in my eyes, and I came home and I said, this is the man I'm going to marry. I was 18 years old. What an idiot. I mean, what did I What did I do? So we went
It's the
out,
truth.
and
18.
18.
I robbed the cradle.
You and Benny.
Yeah. So time goes, we get engaged, and we pick a date, January 30th, 1966. Maury and I have a problem with weather, just so you know. So January 30th, 1966 arrives, and we were supposed to be married 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Maury, if you know Maury, always someplace. If he's supposed to be there at 1, he's there at 11. Maybe 10. Linda has the same gene. He can't be late. So Maury arrives at the temple. The snow hasn't started falling yet. Now, of course, I arrive for a 2 o'clock wedding at
5 minutes to 2.
1. No, at 1 o'clock. And by that time, the snow has fallen, so that I have to hold my dress up like this and walk with boots to get through to the temple. I end up being seated in this room where they put the brides. They lock them up in this room. And the wedding was supposed to be 2, 3, 4.
Everybody from Massachusetts made it. The people in New York couldn't get there.
I remember that. They kept coming to me and they go, the groom is here, he hasn't run away. Because in Miami, just before we got married, I don't know if you remember this, there was a wedding where the groom literally ran away.
Susan Grenold.
Right. And who can blame him, because they were going to be doves flying, whatever. It's a whole other story. Well, it turned out that the wedding was delayed not because of the weather, but because one of our guests fell down a flight of stairs and broke her leg. You know, someone told her to break her leg. So we had to wait for the ambulance and they cleared the body out so we were able to get there. So here we are, 50 years later,
4 children later.
4 children later,
8 grandchildren
8
later.
grandchildren later. And if someone had told me 50 years ago that this would be our life, I would go, how is this possible? We are
Look.
one of the luckiest people possibly on this earth. We've got phenomenal children. We have wonderful daughter-in-laws. We have 8 phenomenal grandchildren. And we still really like each other. I mean, amongst my daughter, but we still like each other. And people say, what's your secret? And I always say,
Heroin.
that might have been not for I always go, well, Maury always said, never go to bed angry. So as long as he apologizes, we're good. So here we are, and thank you everyone for sharing. And honestly, there are family and friends here that this never could have happened. We never would have reached 50 without you, because you guys have stuck with us through good times and bad times. We did both of those things, and that's how we got to this.
We love you.
And for those who don't,
Plenty of Benny time. Both of them.
yeah, may speak.
So I don't know if I can do a good follow-up to that, but 50 years is a long time, and we've been through a lot of ups and downs. And I have to say, there's no greater representative or someone for me to follow than my parents, because they've been through the hard times and the good times, and how they have managed through both is such a great example to us as children. I think it helped us to achieve whatever we achieved in life. There's a saying that you stand on the shoulders of your parents, and it's really true. I wouldn't be who I am today, and my brothers and my sister wouldn't be who we are today if we didn't have our parents standing under us, pushing up. And all our success and all our whatever we have in life is due to our example from our parents who love each other and have always loved each other through thick and through thin, and to overcome obstacles and whatever God put in front of us, you know, we stepped over it and went through it. And I should only be as happy and as successful as my parents are when I'm 50th anniversary. So, anyways,
and we'll be there.
to Ellen and Maury, tremendous example to us all, and may it be another 50. Thank you.
You have to tell my girls to get that way, please.
As long as you guys
And she did it. She drove it into
An accident. That's nice. Oh, no, I don't think she did. I was. Well, I was planning it, but not there.
I was broken.
Samantha, Oh, that's a new